If you owed more than $1,000 in taxes when you filed your last tax return, then you are required by law to make estimated tax payments, or you risk paying additional penalties, fines, and interest. The IRS collected nearly $5 billion in estimated tax penalties in 2024, all because millions of people were not making their estimated tax payments before the tax year actually ended. So, as a licensed CPA that helps people avoid these penalties and even abate these penalties every day at mycpacoach.com, I want to give you a very simple guide to follow so that you can avoid these costly penalties while you still have time to comply with this. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and like and save this video so you can come back to it in the future, and let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so first of all, what exactly are estimated tax payments? Estimated tax payments are basically the government's way of saying, hey, we want our money up front. We don't want to wait on you to file your taxes in order to pay us. You know what you paid us last year, so why don't you go ahead and pay us that now, or else we'll penalize you. Now, technically, these are just advanced tax payments made to the government throughout the tax year that are applied to the tax you owe on your federal or state income tax return. And to illustrate this, let's just take a look at an actual tax return, okay? And let's start with the end in mind, which is line 37, and it states the actual tax you owe on that tax return. And if that amount is greater than $1,000, then the IRS is basically like, hey, you didn't pay us enough through your W-2 withholdings or estimated tax payments last year to cover this, which may result in the penalty on line 38. In general, any individual who expects to owe tax of $1,000 or more when their return is filed is required to make estimated tax payments. This includes 1099 contractors, sole proprietors, business owners, and yes, even employees who owed more than $1,000 when they filed their tax return last year. When you owe money to the IRS, it means that you did not make enough withholdings from your paychecks or enough estimated tax payments to the IRS throughout the year. But the next question is, well, how much are we actually supposed to pay in estimated tax payments to avoid getting penalized here? So let's pull the tax return example back up, and now let's look at line 24 and say that your total tax is $10,000. This is the total tax you owe before any withholdings or estimated tax payments are applied, and it's also the number that your estimated tax payments are based on. The IRS says that if you pay 100% of the total tax shown on your tax return for the prior year through estimated tax payments or withholdings, you will avoid the estimated tax penalty. Now, let's talk about withholdings for a second here, because you can actually avoid this entire step of making estimated tax payments if you can increase your W-2 withholdings enough to cover your estimated tax liability. Estimated tax payments are only necessary if your withholdings from your W-2 are not enough to cover the estimated tax liability on your tax return. So really, the calculation here is 100% of your prior year tax liability minus all of your federal W-2 withholdings equals your estimated tax payment for that year. For example, let's say your total tax is $10,000 and you withheld $3,000 from your wages as an employee, either through your employer or through your own business if you have an S Corp or C Corp, for example. Well, in that case, you would owe about $7,000 in estimated taxes because you only withheld $3,000 from your W-2. But let's say you increase your federal tax withholdings from $3,000 up to $10,000. Well, now your W-2 withholdings would cover 100% of your tax liability from the prior tax year, and you would not have to make additional manual estimated tax payments throughout the year to the IRS. So that's just a neat workaround for people who take W-2s, but in the event that you do not earn enough W-2 income to actually do this, then making manual estimated tax payments would be your best bet going forward. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment here. But first, I need to make sure you understand that the method we just went over is just one way of calculating your estimated taxes. which was based on your prior year tax liability. The second way that the IRS accepts for estimated tax payment calculations is to pay 90% of the estimated tax liability you expect to have for the current tax year. So let's say your income went down from last year, or maybe you're taking advantage of more deductions and strategies this year, and as a result, you expect your taxes to be much lower than it was in the year prior. Well, as long as you pay 90% of the tax you expect to have for the current tax year in estimated tax payments, you would meet this requirement and avoid being penalized by the IRS. For instance, in the last example, our prior tax year liability was $10,000. So we would have had to make $10,000 in estimated tax payments based on that method. But let's say we only expect to have $3,000 in actual tax liability this year. Well, in that case, we could just pay 90% of that amount, or $2,700, and avoid overpaying our estimated taxes for the year by several thousands of dollars. Now, in the worst case scenario, if you did overpay your estimated taxes, any amount that you overpaid by would be refunded to you when you file your tax return next year. But who really wants to give the government an interest-free loan, especially when that money could be used elsewhere? And that is why tax planning for the year and projecting your tax liability out before the year actually ends is extremely beneficial, as well as helping you find more ways to reduce your tax liability before the year ends. And if you want to see my process on how I do that, just comment tax plan below. But if you want to keep things very simple and easy, just pay 100% of the tax you paid in the prior year in estimated tax payments, and you should be good to go here. But calculating your estimated tax payment is not enough. You also have to submit it on time, so let's talk about how to do that. So first, you need to know when your estimated tax payments are actually due. They are generally paid in quarterly installments and due on the following dates here: April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, and January 15th. Now, if you just so happen to miss one of these payment windows, don't freak out. Just make up for the payment you missed by the next deadline, and in many cases, you will not actually be penalized as long as you submitted the total amount of your estimated tax payments before the last due date for that tax year. But how exactly should you go about submitting these payments to the IRS? It is quite simple, but extremely important. So let's go ahead and cover those steps. Now, you can easily do this online by going to the IRS's website at irs.gov and navigating to the pay section of their homepage. And once you click that, you will see various options to submit your payment to the IRS. And you will want to click one of your preference. And then from there, you will click the type of tax you are wanting to submit estimated taxes for, which will be individual tax for most people watching this. Business tax payments are generally for C corporations, which are taxed separately, and all other types of business income is actually taxed to you on your individual tax return because they are pass-through entities. But from there, you would just click make a payment, and then on the next page, you will want to carefully select the reason for your payment here. This is very important. For us, we are going to click estimated tax because this is what our payment would be for here. And then you would likely apply it to your 1040 ES if this is for your individual tax return. And most important of all here, be sure to select the tax year you are submitting the estimated tax payment for. This is important because this is the tax year that your payment will apply to. And if you get this wrong, you may be penalized, so be very careful here. But once you answer that, you will be prompted with some verification questions that the IRS typically uses to connect your tax payment to your social security number or employer identification number. And then you can just follow the prompted messages from there to submit your estimated tax payment. And that's it. It's really that simple. You would just do this once per quarter before the deadlines. And as long as you submit the right amount on time, then you should be compliant with the IRS requirement for estimated tax payments and avoid paying thousands more in penalties related to this very simple requirement. Now, at our firm, we provide estimated tax payment vouchers to our clients once we file their tax returns just to make sure they have the exact amounts they need to submit So be sure to ask your CPA for this if they're not doing that for you already. And if they are not doing that, and also not showing you various ways to reduce your estimated tax liability to the lowest amount possible, then consider applying to work with my team today at mycpacoach.com.